Hey, day six, recovery from quadruple bypass and brand new um, tissue aortic valve. Um, Dude, today is going really great. Probably the best day. I've been up for 105 walks, um, you know, dropped the old deuce, um, and not getting hardly any dizziness at all. I mean, seriously, it's a great day at the office. I feel like I could, do anything right now, to be honest with you. So we're talking um, last video about surgery and about going into surgery and, you know, um, just all the anxiety that's filled with that. So the surgery, cute old guy volunteer comes in. He has a purple shirt on. He's been volunteering here forever, and tells this story about his coronary artery bypass. And it's going to take 4 hours. It might take 3 hours and 45 minutes. It might take 4:15, but it'll be right around 4 hours. You know, so yeah, so I probably entered surgery at 12:35. I didn't get out of surgery until dun 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 7:59 at night. So, I know they updated Erica at one point, but obviously the surgery going way longer than she thought it would go. Um, So after the surgery, she was able to, where I was knocked out, she was able to be there. Um, and Ben and Zach hooked up to all the machines. I wish I would have a picture of that for you guys, but I don't because I guess they didn't want to take a picture because they were so amazed at how I was hooked up to every life support system in mankind history. But we needed to get extubated at some point. So I think they woke me up at like 1:30 a.m. And when they woke me up at 1:30 a.m., it was a situation where I'm, hearing, somebody call my name and I'm awake. I don't even remember going to bed. I knew I was having a surgery. I couldn't breathe. I was breathing because someone was in my, I had the chest tube in, but it's freaky having something in your throat and you can't breathe, but you're breathing. And they must have gave me some great meds so I didn't freak out. So they tried to have me push out the tube. And once again, when you can't breathe, it's hard to breathe and push out a tube. So they said you need to rest a little bit longer. So I guess they tried again around 3 o'clock, and you have to like breathe, but you can't breathe. But as long as you breathe, then they can get that tube out. Um, so obviously they got the tube out, and you know, was feeling. To be honest with you, I was so drugged up. I was feeling great. Um, hands were shaking. Um, I think they thought that was weird, but hands were shaking, and then I think they called Erica. I don't remember what time, maybe 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30, and then they put her on speakerphone and let me talk to her. And man, just hearing her voice at that time was like, what? Um, so that made me feel great. And at that time, I knew I was way past the point where I should be there, but I didn't know how hard the surgery actually was. So I guess for starters, they did the quadruple bypass instead of the double bypass. Um, and they also, when putting in the aortic valve, he had to figure out how to stitch it in there a different way because it was so calcified that he couldn't get the the calcium off of there to be able to stitch it right. So he had to stitch it away. He's never stitched things before, and I got to give kudos to this man, Dr. Corey here, because he made some things happen. So um, really thankful for that, and thankful. The care team here at Banner Heart is, they've done a pretty great job all the way through. Um, Probably spent too much time in ICU, and we still need to talk about that chef because someone's got to maybe just change out his recipes or something. Because man, there was today the meal was uh, turkey piccata. Turkey piccata. Let me tell you something. I smelled one smell of that, and I almost died. So Mrs. Essenberg, she's been great. By the way, she tried to get these Jello pudding snack packs. Not good, my friends. If you're not going Jello or you're not going Swiss Miss, these aren't going to do it. These taste like the most artificial, nasty pudding you've ever had. It says made with real milk, but that's some bull. That's some bull. So she just left. She's going to go get me a Chicago hot dog, which is going to be top 5. It's meatloaf tonight, which is probably one of the best meals they got here. But you didn't hear to talk about my dinner though. But seeing if I can get out of here tomorrow, which would be huge. I can stand up, by myself. They took the bandages off my scar, which if you look at this, it's not going to even be a zipper. It's kind of crooked. I got to talk to the doc about that. I know his ability to sew on a new aortic valve is incredible. But I mean, when you're cutting into somebody's chest, you need to make a straight line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because if I'm going to cover that thing up with a tattoo, like some cool dagger, like who's going to think like the dagger is cool if it's like crooked, right? So real big decisions that I have to make here over the next couple of days. But to be honest, I'm feeling like I've never felt this good in my life. I got a shout out to obviously Erica, my family, Ben, Zach, Alex and Katie. Katie's inspirational Snapchats to me have been awesome. T. Lato, and it's good to have a friend like you, really concerned. It's pretty awesome. Won't forget Chris and Sherry, obviously. There's so many people that I got to thank because, all your positive mojo and prayers. Whew, let me tell you, I mean, if I'm going to feel better than this in the days to come, like I can be back at work probably Monday, to be honest with you. I mean, I really, really feel good. So, yeah, that's kind of the story today. Now, only a few of you have seen me in this rare form. Brandon Shaw, Terry Lato, being this drunk. Well, walking like I'm drunk. I mean, I can't walk very fast right now, but that's kind of the status we are at right now. All right, so day 6 will be remembered as the day of the walk, the day of the Chicago style hot dog, and the day before, hopefully, we GTFO this place because it is definitely time to go home. Very excited about that and very excited about the road to recovery.